For those that don't know me, I am Sir Andrew Gregory, the controller of SSAFA, the Armed Forces charity, a position I've been privileged to hold for 4 years. And I wanted to record a very special thank you to the best of our corporate supporters, Fujitsu, for as a company and as employees of the company, you have been magnificent for over a decade in supporting the charity. Indeed, you have raised well over £400,000 to underpin our work. 2020 has been a quite extraordinary year, and so many of the normal events that we would run where you have participated have had to be cancelled. But that hasn't stopped you continuing to support SSAFA. Though the 13 Bridges walk was cancelled, you very kindly still contributed the £10,000 sponsorship to the charity that you had underwritten for that event, and I know a number of you completed virtual walks. You undertook a VE Day art competition. You have undertaken a virtual Big Brew Up. You have undertaken a virtual boot camp for Armed Forces Week. You have contributed the price of a coffee. The charity has been busy during this pandemic. In 2019, we supported over 85,000 people, and individuals have continued to come to SSAFA throughout the lockdown, and especially more recently as the levels of hardship unemployment go up. So the support you have given us to those serving in our armed forces, veterans and their families, has never, ever been more important. I also wanted to say why it is personally such a big deal for me. Behind me is a picture of my great-grandfather. 2 of his 3 sons were killed in the Great War. The third, my grandfather, served in the First World War, retired in the 1930s, came out of retirement to lead one of the North Atlantic convoys and was lost at sea on the 1st of January 1943. His daughter, my mother, joined the Wrens in 1940, and in 1944 she was working at Southwark House in General Eisenhower's D-Day headquarters in the operations room, moving markers on the map to show where the ships had got to as they moved towards Normandy. My father, serving in the Royal Artillery, was in one of those ships. He landed on Sword Beach at about 10 o'clock on the morning of the 6th of June, and he was very badly wounded that evening and shipped back to England. None of those individuals are still with us, but they would be hugely proud of me and my role in SSAFA, the Armed Forces charity. They would be enormously heartened by the support that Fujitsu and all within the company give to the charity to ensure men and women who have served in the British Armed Forces and who need some assistance can regain their independence and their dignity. So thank you very much for what you have done for a number of years, and particularly what you have done for SSAFA over the last 9 months during this pandemic. It is hugely appreciated, and for all those who receive assistance from us, they could not be more grateful. I wish you all a very happy Christmas, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.